The project application form for trade customers to submit details of a new customer inquiry in order for yourBuildPlans to provide a quotation for the creation of the building plans for that project should only take you 2 minutes to complete online, really quick and easy. Simply start by inputting your company name that we know you by. If you know your yourBuildPlans account number, you can use that. Otherwise, just use the name of your company so we can recognize you, and also the name of the person submitting the form so we know who you are. Then click next, and then this is your customer's details. We won't contact the customer, but obviously we need to know who they are and where the site address is, and make sure I just fill this out quite simply. I've done that wrong. It'll be Joe, then blogs. Make sure you complete this as full as you can. It'll be really good if you know the postcode, because then we can use Google Earth and Google Maps if we need to in order to find out more information about the site address and the access to the site. When you've done that, click next, and this is the main page, the meet and greet, so to speak, of what we need to know. Fill this out as much as you can. You may only have very basic information, and really that's all we need. So just fill it out as much as you can from as much information that you've got about the project so far. Firstly, what best describes the project? Very straightforward: single story extension, double story extension, garage conversion, loft attic conversion, kitchen extension. Other, let's click other. If it is other, this other box will pop up, just gives an idea what that is. I'll click single story extension. A rough outline of the project. It could be single story extension to provide a kids playroom, let's say, to a 3-bedroom semi-detached. That gives us an idea. Obviously, if you just put single story extension, we don't know how big the house is. If you know a bit more pre-war, post-war, just give us the very basic ideas of what we would need. Next question: what is the reason for the build? The obvious questions. Additional space. Could be kitchen extension, etc. We will ask your customer more details, more of the architectural lifestyle questions. For example, if they put more space, we'll probably ask them a few more questions about what that space is to be. If it's they've got 4 kids, what they actually are doing in that space. These are more architectural design questions, so that we can suggest a design and a build that fits with their lifestyle and how they live in their home. But we'll leave that for dealing with the customer. Next, have you had or do you foresee any issues with the project, for example, environmental, land use, utilities, etc. You might not know, it could be straightforward, but there could be really obvious things. For example, it's in a conservation area, stuff like that. We probably need to know, and this just gauges if we need to ask more questions. Let's click on sure. If you do click yes, another box will pop up, provide any details that you can. If you don't, with any of these questions, if you don't know, just simply leave it blank. Next, will any functions or activities be housed in the new space? Obviously, washing machine, kitchen, sink. Is it a utility room? Is it a kitchen? Just helps us gauge what we need to accommodate in the design, such as utilities more so than anything. And finally, a very important question: the approximate square meterage of the build. Again, this just gives us a gauge of the size. If it's a single story extension, obviously that's quite a bit different in size from a very large house to a 2-bed terrace. So it just gives us a rough idea of what the size of the build. It doesn't have to be precise, just a rough outline. Click next and you're done. If you've got anything additional that you want to tell us, just drop it in this box here. Otherwise, submit. That's come off to us. We will provide you with a quotation within 48 hours for the creation of the building plans. But if you want to give us a call in the meantime, give us a call on free phone 0800 832 1975, Monday to Friday, 8:30 until 6 p.m.